I've been getting to know the men and women at Long Haul Trucking, and one thing that amazes me is their passion for not only trucking, but for the company. Passion is what drives them every day. You see it in their face when they talk about being part of the Long Haul family. Their enthusiasm for the job has helped make the company so successful and has really set them apart. And also makes hosting the show a lot of fun for me. I'm going to be sharing some of those special conversations on today's episode of Long Haul's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt.
Well, I think you have to have passion to be successful because, in anything you do, if you're not passionate about it, you're not going to want it. I don't think you'll put the effort into it. When you have the passion, it's like you want to do it right. I really enjoyed building something, and it not necessarily it had to be in the trucking industry, but I'm glad it was the trucking industry because a lot of good people work for us and work with us and are running the company now, and I know they have passion. There's a lot of good people out there that have a lot of passion. One of our first owner-operators, Gary Slew, he told me the other day he wants to work till he's 70 because he has the passion. He doesn't want to quit. He's got such passion. He just loves servicing and taking care of the customer.
I take pride in every load I deliver. It's just like the pitcher in a ball game. You're only as good as the last game you pitched. Well, you're only as good as the last load you hauled. If you got it there without damage and on time,
He calls me up about the count that they haul for every day, and how proud he is that they never ask for. If times are tough, they never ask for a rate decrease because they want good service and they know that he'll take care of them.
One customer gave us a compliment here last year. We had a terrible snowstorm, and it took me a long time to dig out of this driveway because I had to dig the trailer out. And I think it took me an hour and 45 minutes to dig out. But we were there, and we hauled that freight, and we went out to the customer and come back. And the city trucks had never moved. Their own city trucks hadn't moved. And that made us feel pretty good. So it's knowing that you're getting the job done for the customer.
For you and your teammates in the office, the leadership team, without passion, do you think you guys would be where you're at? That seems to be a very critical component.
Oh, definitely. No, I don't think that we would be as successful as we are if we were just all 8 to 5. I mean, we're just not that type of a company. I mean, everybody has cell phones on that are on 24/7. I mean, mine is never away from me. Always checking messages, always checking emails. So I think everyone is just loves what we do. And when we became an ESOP, it really just changed. It just changed so much in our office. You go from having a single owner who really called the shots. I mean, we all gave John suggestions, but it really, at the end of the day, it was John's decision. So you go from that to having a team that just all sort of works together, and all the people that sort of trickle down from that, they can feel that energy too, and feel like they have a say or that their voices mean something. So I think that absolutely contributes to our success.
Why is passion such a recurring theme?
I think it drives people, their work ethic, If they're passionate about what they're doing, if they can see that they're having a positive effect somewhere, well, it's fulfilling, right? You want to go through life with fulfillment. Maybe we don't get to do what we want to do every day for a job, but if what you're doing, if you can be passionate about it and have a positive effect on people, I think it makes you want to work harder and do more of that, even if it's not your dream job. I mean, I love trucking. more than most people I know. I'm very passionate about it, but to be honest, this wasn't where I saw myself when I was growing up. I had a different dream job, right? But doing this job and seeing the positive effects you can have with it, it's easy to be passionate about it. I mean, I think it's what makes Long Haul a great company.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Long Haul's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt.
King of the Road is brought to you by Peterbilt. Extreme Trailers, innovation moving forward. And Long Haul Trucking, running on the power of promises kept.
Welcome back to Long Haul's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt.
Passion has been a key ingredient to the success of long haul trucking, and it's helping carry them into the future.
Anthony's a really, really special individual. We talk about Long Haul's future at times, and he's a big part of it. He's our sales and marketing person now, and he does an amazing job. Like, he's constantly grinding, making cold calls every day, making sure the clients are taken care of.
It's fun to see some of the new blood come in and have the passion.
On our management team, he's one of the next generation, I'll say, that's going to be future leaders here at Long Haul, hopefully for years after I retire. And Anthony's got that character that's just, he's so passionate about Long Haul. He has so much drive and desire to make opportunities better for everybody here at Long Haul. He's always a positive voice for our whole industry. And I think as a leader at Long Haul and somebody that's in the sales and marketing side, so he's putting himself out there a lot. His desire to make the whole trucking industry better is something that we're fortunate to have.
Anthony is certainly devoted to the trucking industry, and he's found a great way to bring one of his personal passions into long haul trucking.
Anthony, tell me about The Clutch. What is this?
So The Clutch is a magazine that we started at Long Haul Trucking about 4 years ago. I started working here and I told our CEO Jason that writing has always been a really big passion of mine, kind of one of my favorite things to do. And it started off as like, okay, well, let's do some social media, let's do a little bit more and revamp the website. And then all of a sudden we were just kind of like, hey, why not make a full-blown magazine? So that's what we did. And truthfully, more than anything, it's been an awesome way to kind of like tell stories about our drivers, some of the places that we go, celebrating some of their cooler victories and awards, and just kind of help educate the general public and get them excited about trucking and why there's some great people that do it.
That's awesome. How does something like the Clutch magazine, how does that make drivers feel connected and in the loop when they're on the road?
Honestly, I think it's sweet because it really helps kind of tie our culture together. You know, although you may not know this individual that also works for Long Haul, you get to read about them now in a magazine. Super fun and rewarding for me, honestly, when I get to call these people, interview them, learn a little bit more about their personal lives and the successes that they're having here being part of our company, and then I just love writing about them.
That's something they got to get excited about.
I hope so. Yeah, that would be my ultimate ambition, is to make sure they know that we're not just doing this to do this. We want to do this because we celebrate all of the great people that work here, that entire rich history of trucking in America, trucking in the world, and our people are such a huge cornerstone of it. It'd be a waste not to write about them. Just having an ability to have an outlet at work where I get to do something that, you know, may or may not be part of my typical umbrella of roles, right? The idea that we were just gonna go out and create a magazine and do it all with the use of some great people that we're affiliated with, and that I'd be able to do all the writing was honestly kind of like a dream come true. I had no idea when I took a job at Long Haul Trucking that would ultimately lead to being able to kind of fulfill some of these other, some of these other ideas and hopes that I had for myself as an individual in the long term. And I'm really hopeful that it's going to lead to more projects.
So where is this distributed? This isn't just to Long Haul employees?
No, it's not. So currently we distribute about 10,000 copies of each edition every year. We bring them to the truck shows that we go to. We mail them out to all of the people that have registered with us throughout the years, whether that be at a truck show, online. Up to this point, it's been kind of long haul centric in the sense that it's so about just the people that work here and just the cool things that we're doing and involved with. But we found that there's probably going to be an opportunity to put a better spotlight on some of the people that are also in our industry that we feel like could benefit from the exposure.
What's the response been to this?
Well, from the driver's perspective, it's really cool because whenever I feature somebody in it, they always seem like they need a great deal of them to hand out to their friends and family, right? And that's by far the most rewarding part for me.
We'll be right back with more Long Haul's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt, coming up next.
On this show, it's been made pretty clear that long haul trucking is a loyal Peterbilt partner, and Peterbilt drivers are passionate about their trucks.
Yeah, it's something that's really pretty special. The passion behind the Peterbilt brand, and they definitely have a following, and it's pretty fun to watch. It really is.
Whether it's the glitz and chrome or the pure muscle under the hood, Peterbilt has what their customers want. I went to visit Coast County's Peterbilt in San Jose, California. As the oldest Peterbilt dealership in existence, they know a thing or two about the passion behind the Peterbilt brand.
Hi, Greg.
Hi, Haley. My
Nice to
pleasure.
meet you.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
You want to take a look around?
Absolutely. This building we're in here was built in 1964. It's the second building at Coast County's. They kind of outgrew the building that was built at the north end of our property in 1949. That building was built by our mechanics. We have 5.5 acres here, which have served us very well over the years. Since COVID hit, we have most of the people working from home. We happen to have Mona and Kim, two of our very best here today.
Hi.
We have a good crew here. We have to keep up with the training. Peterbilt scores us on that. There's David, one of our very best techs in the whole company. We have so many employees who have been here so long. We had one employee who was here for 50 years. We have at least 6 that made it to 40 years with us, and I couldn't even count how many people were here 30 years or longer. My dad started working here in 1952, so 3 years in, and he took over the parts department and service department. My grandfather liked selling trucks, so he started when he was 18. He's 86 now, and he still very much has a hand in the business. So very exciting for all of us. We get along very well. My sister works here full-time. She's been here a year longer than I have, so she's got me on the seniority list, but we work really well together. At this point, we have 7 stores now, so we've grown the business quite a bit, and we have the best product to sell, and everybody wants a Peterbilt. I'm convinced of that.
I met Richard Poses, a third-generation customer of Coast County's Peterbilt.
Where did it all begin?
So yeah, it began back in 1941. My family started in the trucking business here in the South Bay when this was all orchards. And we hauled produce, and we've been buying Peterbilts from the Archer family since then. My grandfather dealt with his grandfather, and my great uncle dealt with his grandfather, and then my dad dealt with his dad, and now I work with Craig. So I inherited the relationship, I guess.
And he's been a great guy. He has a trucking fleet down in south of Salinas. It's probably 40 or 50 trucks.
You knew long ago, back when you were a little kid, this is what you wanted to do.
Yes, yeah. I grew up working, started in the shop when I was 9 years old. Worked in the shop for years until my dad passed away, and then I moved into management.
He orders, 4 or 5 trucks a year from us. So been a great customer also, and a great friend.
There's a sense of satisfaction when you've taken care of your customers, and Coast County's does that for us. So if I call Barry or Craig and I need something, they usually get it done for me.
And there is so much brand loyalty with the Peterbilt brand and with customers. Why is that?
#1 truck on the market for quality and reliability. Everybody that owns them wants to keep them and keep buying them.
Our customers come here, they want polish, they want the truck to look good.
Strong sense of pride in it.
Absolutely, yeah. One of our customers used to be the parts manager here. He won the millionth truck, which we have parked out in the lot here.
That's right. It's the ultimate Peterbilt superfan, Rick McClurkin.
This legend was built in 1951 by Peterbilt. That's a 1947 Peterbilt. It's my favorite truck.
I got to meet the legend himself. Check it out right after the break. King of the Road is brought to you by Peterbilt. Extreme Trailers, innovation moving forward, and long-haul trucking, running on the power of promises kept.
Welcome back to Long Haul's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt.
In 2018, Peterbilt gave away their millionth truck in a competition looking for the ultimate superfan. That winner was Rick McClurkin. I'm in San Jose, California at Coast County's Peterbilt, the oldest Peterbilt dealership, and Rick just happened to stop by.
He's sort of emblematic of a lot of the customers we have. They sort of share in our success and we share in their success, so
Sure.
it's all very exciting.
It's still a business that anybody can get into, and I'm proud to be a part of an industry that supported average, normal people that just want to work hard, you know, making a good living. I've been at it forever, and you know, I've paid for my house, I've raised my kids. It's been a good living all along, so life has been good.
And there's so much loyalty and passion behind the Peterbilt brand. So tell me more about that.
There is such a loyal following. It's for a good reason too, because it's a first-class product, you know, built by first-class people, and so that's the drive right there. Plus, the other thing, we have these beautiful, very aerodynamic vehicles, but we also have our legacy trucks, very traditional-looking truck with a lot of amenities in it. However, you know, you could customize those trucks out, make them personal. The artwork on the side, or the chrome that you add on, or the custom gauges that you put in. And that's really where the pride comes from, you know, to be able to personalize it. So that's the Peterbilt brand, that's the Peterbilt loyalty, and I'm proud to sell the product. I wouldn't want to sell anything else.
What keeps you coming back to Peterbilt after all these years?
Personally, I still drive myself, and there's nothing like driving a Peterbilt. And I have 4 of my children driving with me, so it's been a really, really good thing to keep the family together. And hopefully we have another 40 or 50 years of doing business with Coast Counties and Peterbilt.
Kelvin's grandfather was a very close friend of my grandfather's. Kelvin's dad, Jimmy, was a very close friend of my dad's.
And it's just been an incredible journey. And I thank God that I was born into being in the trucking business. It's like the perfect thing for our family. And being with Craig Archer and the Archers and Coast County's Truck and Equipment, it's been wonderful.
And Kelvin and I have known each other since we were probably 18 or 19, and have been, you know, good friends for, you know, 40 years now. And he's been purchasing a lot of trucks, a lot of parts over the years, you know, very great customer of ours.
Everything we've always needed, they've always came around and helped us. They've always helped my dad out, my grandpa's out, and they're gonna help us out. My dad's always just been a great role model to me and my sisters and my little brother, my family, and I wanna continue that on to my family and hopefully be successful like he is and teach my kids what my dad started and what his dad started.
So it's gonna continue with my children and hopefully their children. We'll keep on trucking.
You know, my work doesn't feel like a job. You know, Craig and I are friends. His family's great.
Barry's been here 32 years, I think. He happened to be my college roommate way back in the day at good old San Diego State University.
Now my son works here, and so he's second generation employee, and so he's part of the Coast Counties family. So, you know, that's really, I hope he gets the same experience that I did out of it.
Him and his wife had lived in Southern California their whole lives. He took a leap of faith, and he's been here 32 years since He's our sales manager now, and he also runs our Salinas branch. Great guy, very enthusiastic. He's done a great job for our truck sales over the years. So he's a great employee, one of many, many, many that we have now and have had over the years.
The trucking industry was built by passionate, hard-working people from the California coast to the Minnesota prairies, all across the country. From generation to generation, truckers have taken pride in their work, their trucks, and their families.
And I always loved the trucks. You know, every kid wants to sit in a truck and pretend like they're driving a big rig down the road. So it started very early for me, but I think you get trucks in your blood.
Through good times and tough times, they've kept on moving.
I take pride in every load I deliver.
These are the stories of America, and they deserve to be told.
It's been an awesome way to kind of like tell stories about our drivers, some of the places that we go, the things that we do that make them all unique, celebrating things that are happening here.
Thanks for watching. I'm Haley Shanley. I hope you'll join me next time on Long Haul's King of the Road, powered by Peterbilt.